Hi, I'm Celeste Alexander with Cobb Pediatric Therapy Services, and I'm an occupational therapist. And this is?
And I'm Debbie Lozo, and I'm a speech language pathologist, also with Cobb Pediatric Therapy Services, and we're back.
We are back. Back on January 23rd, National Handwriting Day. Debbie and I spoke to you about the tie and the beautiful correlation between handwriting, written language, and the development of oral language. And January 23rd was National Handwriting Day, and that's why we were coming to you. And that day we shared really more strategies of treatment strategies that you could use for both speech and occupational therapy. So today we would like to share some specific intervention activities and resources for you around the theme of Valentine's Day that also plugs in how written language and can, again, complements the development of oral language and how the two can be married together very well. So Debbie's going to start to tell you about a great resource that she has.
So we chose the book, Pete the Cat, Valentine's Day is Cool, to organize our themes and talk about and give you some examples of activities. So the first one we chose was a graphic organizer, and of course we had to put it in the shape of Valentine's.
Yeah, so I'm going to show you an up close.
And we used that to summarize the story, talk about in sequence, talk about the main events in the story, and it also would be a good tool to use for story retell. Now, when I usually do this, I do it with the kids, and we summarize together as we go through the different parts of the book. So, but I did one for you, wrote that one, typed that one in, just so we'd have an example. So in the story, Pete the Cat actually says, Valentine's Day is not cool. And his friend Callie says, yes, it is cool. And I put it up here, it's the day to tell people you like what's special about them. And so in the book, they make Valentines. And Pete starts struggling. He doesn't know what to put in his Valentines. And then his mom says, there is something cool about every cat. So in his Valentines, he puts a cool thing about each of his friends in the Valentine. So we'll use that. We'll follow up with that to make some Valentines afterwards. So Pete, in the book, makes cards for all of his classmates and then also key people in the school, like the bus driver and crossing guard and other people who help them. And then later, he goes to a Valentine's Day party with Callie. And he realizes as he's going to the party that he hasn't done a card for Callie, his really good friend. So when he gets to Callie's house and he tells her that, she says, oh, don't worry about it, Pete. Just hanging out with you is my card. So it's a very cute little book. And so we decided to make some Valentines.
And here's a template that comes from the book that you can use. But Debbie, an OT at heart, I think,
made one out of cardstock.
There you go.
And punched holes in it. And you can find this template on Cobb Connects. And it's if you log into Cobb Connects, go to the catalog, and look under OT or PT, or scroll down and look under SLP, and there's a seasonal tab. Click on that, and you'll see all kinds of files and activities that we'll share with you today. So you make the template, and whether you punch the holes or your kids punch the holes, or you can spread the holes out if you have someone who needs more room. But we use that to make our Valentine's Day card. We drew a picture of Pete the Cat, and Pete's writing this to Tomcat, his good friend. And I don't know if you can see it very well here, but the cat in the picture is writing. So he says to Tomcat that you're a cool cat writer. So if you think about that, find something good about each kid. It might be in your therapy group or in the classroom. Kind of promotes a nice feeling that everybody's got something cool about them. Okay, so another thing you could do, another activity, is to talk about, to do the story map and talk about the characters in the story and talk about the setting. You can talk about problems. There are a few small problems that Pete the Cat has in the story. You could pick one of them and then talk about how the problem got solved. And just depends on your kids how many problems you want to talk about. And then we also have a ED endings sheet where, we wanted to talk about the morphological markers, and ED indicates past tense. So we've got a picture of a picture and a words from the story, and then they have to add an ED ending and talk about how that makes it happen in the past, and then have them write a sentence using the ED marker. So just, again, another way to reinforce, you talk about it and then you write about it. Okay, Celeste, did you have some more to share with us?
I do. I have some hands-on. As you can see, we've tried to just give you a visual of what the graphic on paper, the options are. But I also wanted to share with you that for the heart template, this is easy. This is foam. You can buy these at Dollar Tree or at Michael's. You can make your own out of paper, whatever you'd like. So it's just a basic template, and there's plenty of those. There's on Cobb Connects, there's all over the place. So you can make your own heart template if you want to make a Pete the Cat card, okay, in a different way, or you want to make it with glitter glue, or, just non-use of a pencil if you'd like, something different, okay? Then I also wanted to show you, hey, let me back up a second. So also, if you want to get fancier, at Michael's, this is Creatology. You put them together yourself. So there is the heart template. The holes are already punched. You have to lace. It's a good sequencing activity with children. So if you've got some older children, higher level, that want to do something a little fancier, you could use that. Okay, and then also you can make your own Pete the Cat, if you'd like, out of the foam. And actually, he came in different pieces and glued them together and stuck them together. It's another, Pete has friends. He's got a dog friend and a monkey friend, too. Again, Creatology. Compliments of Michael, well, not compliments, but found at Michael's. And then I thought, you can use the clothespins for a puppet show, fine motor activity, whatever you'd like. So that's another option. And then this was sort of a spur-of-the-moment thought of just a physical graphic organizer to emulate the one on paper. So you could put words or you could put phrases, however you wanted, in a physical graphic organizer to make it just hands-on. So again, I use the foam hearts, and then I happen to have these sticks, but you could use popsicle sticks, pipe cleaners, whatever you'd like, to make a physical graphic organizer if you wanted to. The other piece that you can pull in is a social skills piece. The one thing that Pete talks about, a resource that comes with it, is how to be a good friend. What does it mean to be an awesome friend? What are traits? What does it look like? So you could use these phrases either on this sheet, or again, you could use it on your own heart templates, or there's another one we've got up here on the board, and this one actually comes from Your Therapy Source. Some cute, you can write the one word across on that white space of the characteristic of a good friend. And then, if you'd like, you can also end up making a compliment box. This is my child's compliment box from a few years ago. I'm sorry, it's looking a little worn. You could make it as simple or as fancy as you like. The nice thing is if you have this in your therapy room, or if you have it in the classroom for the children, if they don't receive a Valentine, they could always receive a compliment or give a compliment to someone. So you can use it in different ways, and you can make the box as decorative or non-decorative as you like. Kleenex boxes work. Just a plain cardboard box would work too. Let's see what else. And then, okay, so PTs, we have not forgotten you. So there are all kinds of things that you can use if you'd like to make in terms of heart-shaped heart hops, beanbag heart toss, heart stompin' fun, and these will have this template up for you. And so then you can have musical heart chairs. Heart stompin' fun is very similar. The children dance around the room as the music plays. When the music stops, they find a heart to stand on. You could have a command. They could have to think of a command, whatever you'd like for them to do. It could be related to Pete the Cat or not related to Pete the Cat, but it might be nice to try that. And I also had something about a scavenge. Oh, I know what it was. with the compliments, a scavenger hunt. So maybe you place these different places around the room or the hall that you're on possibly, and children have to do different types of gross motor activities for the scavenger hunt to find the compliments. And maybe some of them are blank and the children have to write their own compliment. You can use any story, okay? So for those of you that know about Matman and now what's known as Learning Without Tears, you could use Matman. Matman and Pete the Cat could be friends, but you could do stories about Matman. Matman teaches a lot about language. Matman has opposites. Matman is on the go. Matman has different hats that he wears. So choose any. You could choose a book from the classroom or a favorite book of your student if they're reading a certain book. So there's lots of options. The Pete the Cat was just a beautiful example for today on how to blend the written language and promoting the oral language. So
Celeste, our SLPs may not remember, what program does this go with?
This goes, it used to be called Handwriting Without Tears. Now they have expanded to called Learning Without Tears.
Okay.
Because they have a lot of language and literacy activities now, curriculum activities. They've branched out much more than just handwriting, quote unquote. So thanks, Debbie.
Okay.
And so Debbie's going to talk about some older activities for our older students.
Sure. We will have a link on here somewhere, and also on Cobb Connects, to show you where to go for a short little video. And it's Pete the Cat talking about love, and he has a bunch of little quotes. And there's just music to it, and then the quote pops up. So you could do that with older kids. They could read the quote, and then as a group you could talk about what that quote means. You might even write some of the quotes down to help, like on your Valentine's card. And then you could also have the kids generate their own quotes about love, what love means. So that would be a fun activity. Also, I just want to mention Pete the Cat is on YouTube. So there are several different readings of Pete the Cat on YouTube. And then we also have a file with Valentine's Day crossword puzzle words, and we have Valentine jokes. So a couple different things for older kids that you could use this for.
Thanks, Debbie. Yeah, we have to remember our older kids too. So again, tons of resources out there, but please check out Cobb Connects. Enjoy this season, and we hope that you have lots of fun with your students this month in February. Happy Valentine's Day.
Happy Valentine's Day.
Bye.
Bye.